Hello YouTube, Jurassic here. Today we are making a video about Desmodus draculae, the prehistoric giant vampire bat, and we're going to be talking about it today. This is a special video. I've never done this before. This is my first time doing it, so I hope you guys enjoy. Hit that like button and subscribe. Be a big help. And appreciate all your guys' support. And yeah, so let's get started. Alright, this is what I think should happen. What should be added to Prehistoric Kingdom is Desmodus draculae. And I'm going to tell you guys why I think it should be added. So here we go. We need to build a compelling case for adding Desmodus draculae to Prehistoric Kingdom. I should focus on its distinctive attributes and its potential to introduce new gameplay elements, as a matter of fact. And it was the largest vampire bat ever. Its impressive size, though, not a giant compared to larger prehistoric creatures. Desmodus draculae was the largest bat known to have existed. With a wingspan of about 50 centimeters and 20 inches, as a matter of fact, and it weighed 60 grams and 21 OZ. I don't know what that stands for, but something. It was roughly 30% larger than its modern relatives, and it feeds on megafauna. Its larger size suggested it preyed on megafauna such as ground sloths and extinct horses that roamed the Americas during the Pleistocene. This creates a unique niche compared to the smaller modern vampire bats that feed on livestock. The distinct locomotions like a modern vampire bat, Desmodus draculae could walk and jump on the ground using its powerful legs and wings, thumbs, in addition to flying. This would make it a dynamic and agile addition to the game. Smaller species. Mysteries, recent extinction, geological recent evidence suggests Desmodus draculae went extinct surprisingly recently, with some subfossils possibly dating to the last few hundred years. As a matter of fact, lingering folklore. Its late survival may have inspired indigenous myths such as Mayan bat gods Cosmodus and the legend of Mary's people about a vulture-sized blood-sucking bat. This connection adds a layer of culture depth to the species. Uncertain cause of extinction. The reason for its disappearance is debated. Some hypotheses suggest it was unable to adapt after its megafaunal prey went extinct, with others blaming habitat loss due to the European colonization and climate shifts. Unique and unsettling biology. Hermitage's diet. As a hermitage, Desmodus draculae adds a new dietary requirement for players to manage. It would not hunt for meat, but would require a constant supply of blood, which could be sourced from other creatures in its enclosure, creating interesting interspecies dynamics. That's another key reason why I think it should be added to the game. Also, stealth feeding. To avoid detection, its bites was likely swift and painless due to an anesthetic in its saliva, similar to modern vampire bats. This would make it a stealthy predator rather than a vicious one, contrasting with the game's larger carnivores. Social and cooperative, like its modern relatives, Desmodus draculae was likely a social animal that roosted in colonies with caves or hollow trees. It may also have engaged in cooperative behavior like food sharing. Add a unique ecological niche as atmospheric creepy crawly. A nocturnal flying blood drinking creature adds a new layer of ambience to any exhibit, especially caves or tropical rainforests environments, and new challenges for players. Managing a nocturnal hemiptych creature introduced new gameplay mechanics. Players would need to consider how to provide blood safely without causing undue stress to other animals, potentially with a special feeder or designated zone. Enhanced habitat design. The inclusion of the cave-dwelling species would encourage the design of new, complex habitats utilizing caves, entrances, and modular building pieces to create dark, detailed roosting areas. Expanding the mammal roster. Prehistoric Kingdom is not just about dinosaurs. As the game name suggests, it is about more than just dinosaurs, including prominent Cenozoic mammals like Desmodus draculae, demonstrates the game's commitment to showcasing a diverse range of prehistoric animals. Representation for Ceratoptera. Bats are a major group of Cenozoic mammals, and their inclusion would be a significant step toward accurately representing a broader range of prehistoric life, if I can speak English today. Surges with other megafauna. It creates a natural surge with other Pleistocene mammals already in the game or on the wish list, such as giant ground sloth mammoths and dire wolves, as they could potentially be its prey. As a matter of fact, filling the gameplay's gap. A mini but significant animal. Desmodus dracula fits into a size category that's currently unpresented. While variariums are planned for tiny creatures, Desmodus dracula is large enough to be a standalone free-roaming exhibit inhabitant. Nighttime spectacle. It's a nocturnal nature offers opportunities for exciting nighttime park experiences. Guests could observe the bat flying out from the cave at dusk or view them through specialized night vision binoculars. Strong culture ties. Connecting real-world folklore. The potential link to the legend like Chemazodus provides a fascinating real-world connection and storytelling opportunity for the game, for in-game encyclopedia or park lore. Memorable name. The species name Dracula immediately grabs attention and memorable hook for players. Is a memorable hook for players. Add educational value. Dispel myths. Including Desmodus dracula offers an opportunity to educate players about the reality of hematogeous bats that are not mythical monsters but are actual peaceful, highly specialized animals. Highlighting an extinction event. The recent mysterious extinction story is a good topic for educating players about the impact of the climate change and the human activity on animal populations. I've got some more information for you guys, actually. I'm not finished. I have some more pulled up. I just talked to you about the main stuff that I came up with. Well, I had a little bit of help with coming up with all that. as a matter of fact. Alright, let's start with the full history now. This video is going to be kind of long, so if you are not willing to watch a long video about a documentary that I'm creating for Prehistoric Kingdom to add Desmodus Draculae to the game, then go watch somebody else. But if you are, then stay tuned. So, full history of Desmodus Draculae. Let's start talking about that next. So, let's do this. Okay, full history of Desmodus Draculae, the giant vampire bat. Desmodus Draculae was the largest vampire bat ever known and inhabited Central and South America during the Pleistocene and the Holocene epoch, from at least 100,000 years ago until perhaps as recently as 300 years ago. The species is extinct, though the precise cause and date remains unknown. Okay, next part. The first fossils of Desmodus Draculae were discovered in 1965 in a cave in Venezuela by Omar J. Lawrence, though the remains were not formally described for over 2 decades. The formal description. In 1988, Lawrence, Gary, Smith, Morgan, and Clayton and Ray officially named and described the new species, assigned it to the genus Desmodus, which also includes the living common vampire bat. The etymology, if I can speak English today. The specific name Dracula was chosen to commemorate Count Dracula, referencing the bat much larger size compared to its modern relatives. Desmodus Dracula was about 30% larger than a mammoth. Okay, if I can speak English. Desmodus Dracula was about 30% larger than the modern common vampire bat, Desmodus rotundus. It had an estimate wingspan of 50 centimeters and 20 inches. The body mass was approximately 60 grams and 21 OZ, which whatever that means. The skull and teeth. Based on a recovery specimen, its skull was long and narrow with a upturned snout like its modern relatives. It possessed large razor-sharp incisors and canines for cutting skin. Its locomotion, similar to today's vampire bats, Desmodus Dracula likely had specialized thumbs and strong hind limbs that allowed it to walk, run, and hop on the ground to approach prey. Range and habitat. Wide distributions. Fossils and subfossil remains have been found across vast areas spanning Central and South America. Specific locations. Specimens have been discovered in Mexico, Brazil, Venezuela, Andorra, Brazil, Bolivia, and Argentina. Southern range. A canine tooth found in Argentina dated to approximately 1650 AD was tentatively assigned to Desmodus Draculae. This discovery indicates more southern range for the species than that of the modern vampire bat, suggesting a warmer climate in the region during the late Holocene. And roosting. Like modern vampire bats, it presumes to have a roosting in a cave and other dark environments. Diets and behavior. While modern vampire bats primarily target livestock, researchers believe that Desmodus Draculae and other prehistoric vampire bats likely fed on megafauna, such as a giant sloth and extinct species of horse. Coexistence. Fossils show that the giant vampire bat roosted in caves alongside smaller but bat species, including their living relatives. This suggests they were social creatures and much like modern vampire bats. Feeding and strategy. Like modern vampire bats, Desmodus Draculae likely used its silent approach to land on its sleeping prey. It would then use its teeth to make a small, painless incision and lap up the blood and aid by an exuligant in its saliva. extinction. The exact timing and cause of the extinction of Desmodus draculae are still unknown, though it believed to be a geological recent extinction event. One hypothesis is that the bat was highly specialized to feed on the large Pliocene megafauna. When this animal went extinct in the Quaternary extinction event around 12,000 to 10,000 years ago, Desmodus draculae was unable to adapt to a smaller prey successfully as the other vampire bats. Climate change. Some researchers propose that the colder climate conditions, such as those during the Little Ice Age around 13,000 to 18,050 AD, may have contributed to its extinction, particularly in southernmost parts of its range. Human impact. Other theories suggest that the European colonization and the associated change in the land used and environment could have been a contributing factor. Some anecdotal reports of unusual large vampire bats attacking livestock persist into colonial periods, but likely exaggerated accounts of modern bat behavior. Inspiration for folklore. The historical presence of a giant blood-sucking bat in the Americas may have inspired certain folklore tales. Some researchers suggest that the Mayan bat god Quetzalcoatl and the legend of the large blood-eating bat among indigenous groups like Mira, people of Brazil, could have based on memories of Desmodus draculae, which is kind of a cool fact, I guess. That's really it. That's all of it. Most of it, at least. That's like the history about it. I gave you guys a brief history lesson about Desmodus draculae and why I think it should be added to the game of Prehistoric Kingdom. We're not finished. I'm not done yet. Give me a minute. I got a couple more things left for you guys. I think I'm finished. I might be. Yeah, I'm finished. Okay, I'm finished. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a fun video. I gave you guys a whole lesson of why I think Desmodus draculae should be added to Prehistoric Kingdom. But if you have any questions, just put in the comment section below what you think. And yeah, I would like to know. And I'll gladly answer your questions and I will respond back. So if you got any questions for me, just ask me in the comment section below and I'll read them and I'll respond. And yeah, I want to know what you guys think. If you guys think Desmodus draculae should be added to Prehistoric Kingdom. I want to know if you want it in the game or if you don't want it in the game. But if you do, just say it in the comment section below. And if you don't, just say that in the comment section below. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for watching and I will see you guys later. Have a good day. Goodbye. And keep on playing Prehistoric Kingdom because it's goated. Have a nice day. Goodbye.